Welcome back to Nick Lynch's Comic Corner Classics, Lesson Known Classics. This is episode number 1670 and Doubleshot number 1562. Now, like I said, one trade plus some issues of Thor. The first book I'm talking about is Black Panther by Reginald Holland, the complete collection, book one. Yes, Reginald Holland, a movie director who's also at one point the guy in charge of BET. It's a network for black shows. That's what it was. And he also adapted the first 6 issues of this run into a motion comic. Surprisingly, they never actually did the following story arcs this one. Yeah. Now, the opening 6 issues, not going to talk about them because I've already technically talked about that one. It's the Who is Black Panther story. It's really good. And also issues 8 and 9, and of course the X-Men issues in here. That's part of the Wild Kingdom crossover. The first thing I'm talking about here is issue 7, which basically is a tie-in to House of M. Yes. It's simply put, basically explaining exactly the backstory of the House of M version of Black Panther. That's simply put what it is. Issues 10 through 18. This is basically like exploring the relationship of Storm and Black Panther, which leads to Black Panther proposing to Storm, and then eventually she accepting and setting up a beautiful wedding ceremony in here. Yes, where they have a wedding during Civil War I. Yes, they have a wedding during Civil War I, which is so awesome. And basically, people call for a ceasefire just for this wedding. And then next door, they go on a world tour, which I'll discuss that in their video, which is quite interesting. It's a Civil War I tie-in, which is quite odd. Now, the issues in here are really, really good. I think Reginald Holland himself does an absolutely fantastic job with this character. Now, Soul Power, that's the House of the tie-in. That's actually done by the artwork done by Trevor Herson. There's a couple different story arcs that happen after that. You have To the Hard Way and Bride of the Panther. The artwork for those two are done by Scott Eaton. Carrie Andrews does issue 18. Yep. But for the start of Reginald Holland's run, this is really good. I give this book roughly I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. It's a damn good book. Let me show off the awesome, really cool scene that happens in this book. Just a really fun book. That's the best way to describe this book. It is pure fun. It is so freaking good. Nothing bad about any issue of this book. And, well, yeah, of course, this Black. Now, here's basically Storm in her wedding dress. Yes, she does wear this wedding dress in the book itself. And it's a glorious wedding done in the style of Wakanda. It's so awesome. I love the fact Reginald Holland married these two. And screw AVX 12, issue 12, for basically splitting these two up after 6 years of being married. This, in my opinion, was a terrible idea. Yes, it's been 10 years. I still think it was stupid. Why would you end the marriage for? It's so freaking stupid. Okay. Now, in the case of the Thor issues. Okay. We're discussing from Thor, from Match Fractions from issues 7 through 12, and Fear Itself 7.2. Now, issue 7, which is the only issue of the Mighty Thor to be a tie-in to Fear Itself. And you're thinking, really? For this entire run, and yet for some reason, this book has only got one issue. the tie-into of all things. Fear itself. Yeah, as far as I can tell, there is just no explained reason for this at all. Yeah, it's kind of weird. Hmm. Yeah, it just like okay, so you have an issue explores the backstory of Odin's brother Kull. That's it. That's literally what this issue is. Oh, by the way, he's actually no longer around. Nope. Jason Aaron killed him off during the events of War of the Realms. Yeah, so he's been dead for about almost 3 years now. Hmm. So you can thank you can thank Jason Aaron for killing the character off at the Brown for longer than you should have. Yep. Now 7.2, all that is simply just a backdoor pilot to the very next story arc, the Mighty Thor. Yes. Let me show up the cover of this one. I mean, all it does just explore the aftermath of what happened with Thor, because Thor apparently got killed off during the events of Fear itself, and this basically has his funeral. Yes. Now 8 through 12 is a really good story arc. We have the Mighty Thor, who apparently is the new God of Thunder for a few issues. Yeah, who he actually really is, he's actually Yoke the Troll. Yes, seriously. You have Yoke. Basically, he introduced himself during the funeral of. Yeah. So he shows up and he acts so drastically different from Thor that people tend to question him about who he is. And this, if you notice in the cover for this book, it basically says Shattered Heroes. Shattered Heroes is the immediate aftermath of the events of Fear itself. That's simply put what this is. And the whole point of the story arc is to simply resurrect Thor, have him fight Tantarus, and reveal he's actually Yoke the Troll. Really good story arc. I gotta say, for the second official story arc of Matt Fraction, it's better than the Galactic Seed story arc. I thought it was okay. Though technically you can kind of count this as a third because the first one he did was World Eaters. That was the last story arc of the Thor Triple Digit number before it got relaunched due to reasons. Yep. But this story arc is just really, really good. I thoroughly enjoy it. Just a really damn good run. Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah. And the book gets better afterwards. So my next comic corner that I do, I'll be discussing the next 5 issues plus a point 1 and a JSA 8 trade. Yep. Excuse me. So yeah, that's it, particular view. Stay tuned for tomorrow for more comic corners. And that'll probably be it. Okay? Next video. Bye.